Hey guys, welcome back to the WODdoc Project 365, episode 513. Tonight what we're doing is a little bit of muscle up technique. I got myself Tenacious Tamara here. She just got that nickname because she's tenacious, right? And her name is Tamara, I guess, right? Tenacious Tamara. Just might as well give her a nickname. She's gonna help us out with our muscle up technique for tonight. Now, typically, what I've shown in the past when we do muscle ups is we deload the body, either by using some type of banded apparatus or by using a technique where we can jump off the ground. Tonight we're gonna reverse that, and we're actually just gonna use bands instead of that hard strapping, so that way we can sit on the ground and then mimic the same techniques. So we're working on a transition today, and what we're gonna have Tamara do is get down onto the ground. It's gonna end up being a 4-step process, but we're gonna break it down to a couple steps. What we want Tamara to do is start out in the hang position. The first thing she's gonna do is she's gonna lean her torso back just a little bit, because that's the way that she would be if she was going ahead and she was in that actual muscle up position. From right there, she's gonna keep the rings connected, because one of the things that we do so badly is that we allow these rings to come apart way too high, and we'll see that in a second. So she's gonna keep the rings connected. She's gonna pull them all the way down to her belly button level, and that is gonna be the first part of the exercise. She's gonna come back up. We're gonna have her do that one more time. We wanna make sure that she focuses on depressing her shoulders. Go ahead, pull down, hold, that's perfect right there, and come on back up. So that was a nice step one. Step two from right there, what she's gonna do is once she gets the rings connected down into her belly, what she's gonna do is picture like she's gonna rip her rib cage apart, and while she's holding onto the rings. She's gonna come down, get to step one. Step two, rip those apart as she leans forward. That's exactly how we'd be doing the transition if we were up in the air. So step three is to have her come back, bring those rings back together, gain control in that position, and then drive back up, and that's step four. So let's do the whole thing all together. Step one comes down. Step two, pull the rib cage apart. Step three, bring them back together. Step four is right there. Now, why do we care so much about bringing the rings all the way down to the belly button? Let me show you why, and just let me have you bounce out there. Awesome. Thank you, Tamara. Let me just give you a quick example of why we try to do this. We're gonna have this orange cord just represent kind of like the fulcrum or the hurdle that we need to get over, okay? We could pretty much all agree that if I was pulling myself to the top of a bar and I wanted to, I could, if this was the bar down all the way at my hips, it'd probably be pretty easy for me to get all the way over it, right? But what typically happens when we watch people start to do muscle ups is they go ahead and they pull, and they already start to try to get over up here. And we could probably all agree it's very difficult to get my entire body over if that magical hurdle I had to go over was up to my chest level. So what we're gonna do here is we're really gonna focus on pulling down to at least our belly button level, right, with the rings together. Because now you can see it's just like me folding over that magical hurdle. It's so much easier. So get away from this early opening of the rings all the way up here where the neck is, because we're never gonna get over anyway. Get focused on pulling down to our belly button and then coming through by ripping apart our rib cage. We really wanna make sure we're depressing the shoulders down. That's a good shoulder position that won't cause any type of impingement or something else like that, okay? Guys, Tamara, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Tenacious Tamara, thank you so much. Guys, until tomorrow, we're optimizing function to optimize performance.